Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon if you're watching the replay, good evening if you're watching the replay. If this is your first time watching me live, my name is Terry Alford. Let me go ahead and change this. Dr. Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist, and I specialize in helping women build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million dollar legacies. I have transitioned from being Terry Alford MED, Master's in Education, to Terry Alford PhD, right? PhD in Christian Leadership and Business. I need to change my name. I need to change my name on here. Okay, I guess I'll change my name next time. As you can see, I was focusing more on going live today so I can talk to y'all while I'm here in Cleveland. I am going live from Cleveland, Ohio, and I am here excited to learn more from people here at the National Urban League Conference. So I'll change my name next time. But I want to go live today to encourage some people who may be discouraged right now and who may be distracted right now. So my goal is to encourage you and to encourage you not to be distracted and not to be discouraged during this time. Now, sometimes when people see my lives, they're really inspired, right? They're motivated, they're excited about what they're seeing. Today, I may ruffle a few feathers, and that's not my intent. My intent is to help you keep your eyes on the prize and for you to realize that this time is the time to go harder. This time is not the time to sit back and get discouraged. The name of today's live is Proverbs 31 Women. We are not distracted by that bill. And y'all know what bill I'm talking about. We're not distracted by that bill. We are focused. We're focused on doing what we were already doing. We're just doing it stronger and we are going harder. This is a season for us to go harder. And you may say, what is a Proverbs 31 woman? Well, I'm going to go to the New Living Translation version of Proverbs 31, and I'm going to start in chapter 10. And I am going to speak from, we're going to go to 16. We're going to start at verse 16. This Proverbs 31 woman, it says in verse 16, she goes to inspect a field and buys it. With her earnings, she plants a vineyard. We already see right here from the beginning that this is a woman that is about her business. And this is a woman that is paying attention to the things that she wants to make her reality, but she's also doing inspections, right? So she's not moving obliviously, like she's paying attention, but she inspects the fields and then she buys it. So for some of us, inspecting a field and buying it may be acquiring a new business. It may be acquiring new land, new property, right? She inspects a field and she buys it, and with her earnings she plants a vineyard. So when she's planting that vineyard, I'm sure she's not just planting the vineyard so she can tell people I got vines, right? She is planting the vineyard so that she can have another way to produce income, another way for her to build generational wealth for her family. So let's not get, again, distracted and discouraged by that bill, because there is nothing new under the sun. This is a time for us to go harder. Okay. Now, some people are not going to like this, but I've heard some people complain about the fact that food stamps are getting cut. I don't think the Proverbs 31 woman was distracted about food stamps getting cut because she was too busy inspecting a field and buying it. She is energetic and strong and a hard worker. She makes sure that her dealings are profitable and her lamp burns late into the night. I am not saying don't pay attention to that bill. I am saying do not be distracted and discouraged by that bill. Now, I know a lot of us want to be living our soft life. God knows I can't wait for my king to come find me and give me a little bit more softness in my life. However, what it says in verse 17 is she's a hard worker. She's energetic and she is strong. This is the time to be energetic. This is the time to be strong. This is the time to work hard. and work smart. All right. She makes sure that her dealings are profitable. She's not just out there doing stuff to be seen, but she's making sure that instead of focusing on being popular, she's focused on being profitable. And some nights she's working. She's working at night. She's not out partying at night. Her lamp is burning into the night because she's planning for her future. And not only is she planning for her future, but she's making sure that she helps take care of others. She's preparing to be a blessing to the poor. In verse 19, it says, her hands are busy spinning thread and her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and open her arms to the needy. So she is making sure that she is there for those who are in need. She is engaged in civic engagement work. She is engaged in advocacy work. She is engaged in community service. She is engaged in making sure that she do things for who Jesus refers to as the least of these. She's still doing those things, but the thing is, she's not distracted by the bill. She's doing those things already. She's just going harder. Those of us who are Proverbs 31 women, we're not discouraged. We're going harder to do the things that we were already doing, because Proverbs 31 women extends their hand, their helping hand to the poor, and open their arms to the needy. We have no fear of winter, for our household and everybody in our household has warm clothes, according to verse 21. I can't see any comments right now, but if you are watching, just give me a hey. Oh, okay, I get a hey. Hey, Danielle Cook from Brown Baptist. Way back, 11 years ago now. I moved away. I moved to Dallas, Texas, but I can tell you, I still stay plugged into Brown Baptist. Shout out to you, Danielle. I remember being in Sunday school with you. Let's see, working smart is definitely the key. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're working smart, and part of us being able to work smart is us having emotional intelligence, right, and not being distracted and discouraged. Okay, verse 22 says she makes her own bedspreads and she dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. Her husband is well known at the city gates, where he sits with other civic leaders. I hope y'all understand that everything you need is in the Word of God. Like, the instructions are there, the blueprints are there. This is not a time for us to get distracted or discouraged. This is a time for us to go harder and to go deeper into doing the things that we were already doing, and doing more of the things that we should have been doing. Can I get a amen from somebody? Verse 24, she makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. She is clothed. This is one of my favorite verses here. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. We should not be operating in fear. When people see you, they should see confidence, and they should wonder, where is that confidence coming from? I speak a lot about attracting abundance, right? I speak a lot about attracting abundance. And the reason that I am able to attract abundance in any room that I go into is because of this confidence. This confidence, like, I really operate in confidence. And the confidence that I have is because I am fearless in a lot of spaces. Like, even here, if they put the microphone in front of me, I'm speaking, right? Even if they don't put the microphone in front of me, I will be happy to speak. I walk around in some spaces and don't say a word, and people come to me and say, you look familiar, I've seen you online. Wait a minute, who are you? I actually handed my business card out twice yesterday, y'all. I handed my business card out twice. Let me see. Let me get my purse. My purse is over here. I handed out my business card twice on yesterday, and those two people who got my business card said, Terry, I've seen this card before. Let me get my purse so I can show y'all my business card, right? So, and of course, it doesn't have my new title on it. And I'm grateful for my new title, but I do understand, like, the titles are everything. Like, it's about the impact, right? The impact, the influence. So here's my card, right? So I handed this card out to two people. on yesterday, more than two people, but there were two people specifically who said, I have seen this card before. And I'm like, where have you seen this card? Where have you seen this card? I've never been to Cleveland, Ohio. I don't understand how you've seen my card. Now, one of the women, we were able to discover where she's seen my card. I said, there's no way you've seen this card before. I've never met you in person. I know we're connected on LinkedIn, but how have you seen my business card before? Because even before I gave her my business card, when I introduced myself, she said, I've heard your name and I think I've seen your card. And then when I gave her my card, she said, I've seen your card. Have you seen my card? So it just so happens that when I was in New Orleans a couple of weeks ago, I introduced myself to one of her closest friends. They're super close, like sisters, right? And so I introduced myself and I gave my business card to that friend. Well, the woman that I met here was not at that meeting in New Orleans 2 weeks ago. But the friend put this card on the table. Do y'all hear me? She put the card on the table. And the woman that I met yesterday, she saw the card and she said, I saw this card on my friend's table who lives in New Orleans. And this woman that I met here, I've never met her before. So you never know. You really never know where you will be, where your impact will go. It is up to you to walk around fearless because you really don't know where your next level of abundance is coming from. Okay. Because I did not know when I handed that card to that queen in New Orleans that it would get in front of the eyes of a person that I met here who is a leader, a mover, a shaker. As a matter of fact, she's the president of the young professionals chapter nationally, right? She saw my card. See, when you are not distracted and you are not discouraged by the bill, right? You can focus more on attracting abundance and you can be in alignment and you will make sure that you are continuing to make the impact that you need to make. You will continue to have the influence that you need to make. And as a return on your investment of time, energy, resources, and money, you will be able to get a return on your investment and you will be able to attract abundance. And then you can use that abundance to bless others and you can use that abundance to build wealth. And ultimately, you will be able to retire wealthy. I hope I'm helping somebody here. Hey, Robin, how are you? Congratulations on all your. I'm going to inbox you. Yes, please do. Please do, Danielle. I'll be in Memphis really soon. This is city 6 of my 7-city summer. So I'll be in Memphis really soon. I would love to see you. I would love to meet with you. It's the alignment for me. It is the alignment. See, the Proverbs 31 women, we operate in alignment. And even though some of you may want to be funny and be like, but the Proverbs 31 woman was a wife. Well, I'm a wife too. I just don't know who my husband is. Right? But I am still operating as a Proverbs 31 woman. And in this season, I am using her model to stay rooted and to stay grounded, even though there are things that are happening nationally that may not make sense. However, it kind of does make sense depending on what you're reading and what you're following, because you understand that history will repeat itself. History will repeat itself. And some of these things have been predicted and some of these things have been prophesied. So you're not going to be distracted and discouraged. You are going to go harder in this season to continue to attract abundance because that is going to give you what you need in order to reach your next level in achieving wealth. Now, wealth can be physical, it is financial, it is mental. Right now, I'm speaking about financial wealth. Okay. And if you are in a place where you're like, Terry, this is easy for you to say, like you have a business, you have a successful business. I'm at a place where I'm trying to figure out what am I to do next. I am going to tell you that entrepreneurship is going to be the door that is going to help you be able to bring more money into your life and give you more opportunities. I was speaking with my cousin who lives in Atlanta. Shout out to cousin Ricky. I was speaking to him. He is retired. And I shared with him, I was like, what people need to realize is it's actually a lot harder to get a job to give you a $10,000 or $20,000 raise in a year than for you to make $20,000 in your business. It's actually a lot harder. It's a lot harder. Convince your job to give you a $20,000 raise right now. You may get $1, right? You may get $1, you may get a quarter, you may get 50 cents. But go in there and tell them, you know what, I'm the best thing since sliced bread, and I know I deserve a $50,000 raise. It's a lot easier for you to make $50,000 with your business that you can be operating and building while you're working your job. See, when I had my last job, they had a budget. They were not going to pay me more than what they allocated in their budget. No matter how hard I worked, no matter how many days, nights, and weekends I gave to that school, they were not going to pay me what I get paid now as an entrepreneur, as a self-employed business owner. They were not going to pay me like I get paid commissions. They didn't have it in their budget to pay me like I get paid for rolling over 401ks and 403bs, for helping families with $1 million baby plans. They couldn't pay me that. I mean, maybe they could, but they weren't going to. And so if you are like, I need to make more money in this season, do not be distracted. Do not be discouraged by the bill. If you know how to braid hair, braid hair. $250, $250. You need to make $250. If you know how to braid hair, get to braiding. I know of a woman who have a 7-figure business that she built from the ground, and it is a cleaning business. She started cleaning. If you're good at cleaning, get to cleaning. If you're good at cooking, get to cooking. If you're good at teaching, get to teaching. I know a brother who built a tutoring company because he was really good at math. If you're really good at teaching, get to teaching. Get to tutoring. You are going to be able to do more and be able to make more by making more in your business in this season. In this season. Do not get distracted. Do not get discouraged. I saw somebody say something about food stamps the other day. I was like, your goal should be to get to the point to where you graduate from needing food stamps, right? I don't feel like you should always need to be in a space of needing help, right? You should be able to graduate, right? I remember when I graduated from therapy, I was like, and every now and then I'll call her, but I don't need to meet with my therapist every week like I did at one season in my life. I don't need to meet with her every other week like I did at one season in my life, because I graduated. It's time for you to graduate. Like I graduated on Saturday. You should graduate. You should have a goal and say, this is going to be my graduation date. I'm going to graduate to this level in my business. I'm going to graduate to this level spiritually. I'm going to graduate to this level in my relationship, because I'm going to plan for it and I'm going to move around to make this thing be my reality. Danielle said, true. Garrett said, very inspirational. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Garrett. I'm just saying, let me go back to the Bible. I just had to say that because I hear the words, I see the posts, I'm around people, and I love the fact that we're paying attention, right? Because we should be paying attention, but we should not be getting distracted and we should not be getting discouraged. We should be going deeper. This is the season to go deeper. Somebody say deeper in the comment section. Let's see. Danielle said, woo, I am so many do not understand this. You should want to grow into prosperity. Yes, one of my attract abundance affirmations that I say every day. I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity. I was sharing this with one of my friends that is here. She was like, I want to get to X, Y, and Z. I want my business to do some of the things that your business is doing. I was like, so how often do you say those attract abundance affirmations? Because I'm telling you, I say them. I say, I am grateful for the abundance that I have now and the abundance that is on its way. I deserve all of the money that I'm going to make this year. I had to start making that an affirmation because I realized that I didn't have a fear of failure. I thought it was a fear of failure. I had a fear of success. I didn't want people to see me differently. I didn't want people to treat me differently. But y'all, I'm different. I'm different. I was ready to go. After being at the Essence Festival for 4 hours, I was like, I don't want to sit in another line. I was with a phenomenal group of women. Shout out to Rich Mama's Club. I was with a phenomenal group of women, and I enjoyed being with them. But I was like, standing in line with 50 people in front of me, I don't like that. I don't like that anymore. Now, when I was a little girl, we used to go to Disney World. Shout out to my daddy and my stepmom. They would be at They would be at Disney World and Six Flags and all of those theme parks from the time it opened up to the time it closed, and we will be in the lines all day long in the summer, in the heat. I called my dad a few months ago. I was like, I just want to thank you for staying outside and staying in those long lines with us at Disney World when we were kids. I don't know how you did it. I don't like long lines. I realize now I am different. I do operate different. I think differently, and that is not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. I had a fear of success. So when I stopped being fearful of being successful, I started being even more successful. See, the thing is, people saw me better than I saw myself. And when I realized that, I said, oh, so I can't hide. So y'all see me. Y'all can still see me. Y'all can see me. I'm not invisible. I used to sit in the back corner of places and people would still come up to me and think that I was somebody they needed to talk to. And I'm like, how'd you find me over here in this back corner? I'm in the background. I like being in the background. Like, that used to be my story, y'all. I like being in the background. I like helping people from behind the scenes. I don't need anybody to know my name. Like, I'm just back here helping other people do well, helping other people make money, helping other people shine brighter. That's not who I was designed to be. So I got over the fear. I start saying these attract abundance affirmations, and I start attracting even more abundance in my life. Let's see. Danielle said deeper, different, and ready to move. Yes. Hi, Aunt Kathy. How are you, Aunt Kathy? Y'all, Aunt Kathy is a phenomenal designer. So if you need a dress to impress, you make sure you reach out to my Aunt Kathy. Let's see. Let's see. Garrett said, this is what the people need. Share. If you know somebody needs to see this video, you can share this video. It's public. You can like it. You can tag them on it. This is what people need. And that's why I'm here going live, telling y'all on day 2 of my 21-day live challenge, do not be distracted. Don't be discouraged. Go deeper. Do the things that you were already taught and already told to do. You know exactly what you're supposed to do, but you're playing small. You know exactly what you're supposed to do, but you're trying to help somebody else do it when God gave it to you. Back to Proverbs 31, chapter 10. We are on I stayed there a long time. I told y'all 25 was one of my favorite verses. Let me go back to 25. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. This is not the time to be lazy. This is the time to pay attention. I didn't say don't pay attention. I said don't be distracted. I didn't say don't pay attention. I said don't be discouraged, because in verse 27 it says she watches everything in her household. I know I don't have any children, but I was a teacher and I was a principal and I was a Sunday school teacher. Pay attention to everything in your household. Everything in your household, everybody in your household, everything in your household. You should know when something is out of place. And while I'm here for the business owners, pay attention to the finances, because if you don't pay attention to your finances, you can't go out of business. You can mismanage yourself out of business. Oh, I'm hearing music sound like the band is about to come. You can mismanage yourself out of business. So I'm not just going to say pay attention to everything in your household. Pay attention to everything that is in your business, because it is going to separate the haves and the have-nots. And that gap is getting wider. The wealth gap is getting wider. It's not getting more narrow. It's getting wider. Okay, the band is getting louder. Let me hurry up and wrap this up. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. And there are many virtuous, he says, there are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Baby, you the best of the best. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. That's who I fear. That's why I walk around fearless. Reward her for all she has done and let her deeds publicly declare her praise. I hope this has been beneficial for you on today. Again, if you found it to be inspirational, make sure you share it with somebody. If you found it to be inspirational, educational, or motivational, type that word in the comment section. Make sure you go back and watch the replay from the very beginning. Okay, make sure you watch it from the very beginning. Oh, Danielle say we can still hear you good, because I can hear that music really loudly. Constance said that's it. Delisha, hey Delisha said that's good. So I'm going to end this with two invitations. The first invitation is for you to tap into the Attract Abundance Conference. The Attract Abundance Conference is happening October the 24th through the 26th in Frisco, Texas. If you know that you are in a season where you're ready to attract more abundance and you want to retire wealthy, you want to be in the room. Do what you got to do to get into the room. The ticket prices do increase on August 1st. If you have to pay over time, there are pay over time options, but I'm telling you, you want to be in the room. It will be the best 2 days of your life. It will be the best 3 days of your life. If you buy the VIP ticket, you get the VIP reception on Friday night, so you get 3 days. If you buy general admission tickets, you get 2 days and you get access to the gala on that Saturday night. I am also selling ads for our booklets. If you want your business and your best offer to be marketed at the conference and also at the gala, then you want to make sure that you purchase an ad. You can go to attractabundanceconference.com and purchase an ad, okay? Those ads are on sale until July 31st. After July 31st, that's it. I'm not selling any more ads. What is going to be in the book is going to be in the book. And I'll tell y'all, I did the agenda yesterday while I was on the plane. And God showed me some things this morning that he wants me to make sure I incorporate in this agenda. It is going to be phenomenal. You will not leave the same way you came. The first day we're focusing on attracting abundance, which does include marketing strategies, sales strategies, mindset shifts, and a lot of other things I don't want to get into because I don't want to spoil it. And then on the second day, we're focusing on retiring wealthy, real estate investing, estate planning, trust, retirement planning. Oh, I will say on the first day, we are talking about systems and operations too. Because how many of you know, like if you have to do everything in your business, you can't scale, you can't accelerate. Sometimes when you are trying to do everything in your business, you are making yourself a bottleneck and you are going to break your business because you don't know how to let go. Okay, so we're going to focus on that too on day one, which is the attracting abundance day. October 24th is really the bonus day. That is the day for the VIPs to get together, and we are going to have an experience before the experience. So if you know you need to be in the room, go ahead and go to attractabundanceconference.com and buy your tickets. The other thing that I will share with you is this is a very, very busy season for me. I am flying all over the country. I am working virtually from wherever I have Wi-Fi. However, if you know that you are in a place where you need to know where to put your retirement funds, if you are in a place where you know you need to save more money for retirement, if you know you're in a place where you are not properly covered and protected with life insurance, reach out to me. You can send me a DM or you can book a consultation with the link that's going across the bottom of the screen. You can book a Retire Wealthy consultation. It is free. It costs you $0.00. I think I am just about full for July, but I'll meet you in August, okay? I am just about full for July, but I will meet you in August. And I am not the financial consultant that's going to say, oh, if you're not making $250,000, you can't work with me. You can. Whether you got $2 in your account or $2 million in your account, I will give you a free Retire Wealthy consultation and show you some things that may be exactly what you're looking for, okay? So again, I thank you so much for watching this live. My name is Dr. Terry, and I specialize in helping business owners and professionals attract abundance and retire wealthy. Have an abundant day, everybody. See you later. Adios.